I have my friend Hayden's 2011 F-250 with a gas 6.2 in it. This thing has 314,000 miles. You couldn't ask to have a better truck. It has had very little issues, but one thing that it's in the shop for today, he would say he'd put it in park, he'd go to turn the key, it wouldn't start, it wouldn't recognize park up on the display, but he could drop it down into neutral and the truck would start. Once he brought it to us, it was working perfectly fine here at our store. We tried starting it, 15 times, drove around the lot, never had an issue. Found out that it only was having an issue once the transmission reached full operating temperature. So these components are buried inside of the transmission fluid. And if you can imagine, that fluid runs at 200 to 215 degrees and can be hard on the electronics. So eventually over time, components like this will wear out. Well, 314,000 miles, I would say this thing lasted a pretty good while. We got two things we're replacing to fix this concern. This is your selector inside the transmission. These are your detents. So when you move your shift cable on a Super Duty, you can feel the clicking between each gear. Well, these are the gears right here. So you got park, you've got reverse, neutral, manual, 1, 2. What this does is it has a range of motion and it changes the current reading back to the TCM so that ECM knows what gear you're in, because it only wants you to start if you're in park or neutral. But once the operating temp was achieved, this piece of equipment would get hot enough that it would not register the park position. So when this is all the way in the down position in park, it was not sending the correct signal for the TCM and ECM to think that it's in park. So we replaced that part. We went ahead and added an internal wire harness just to be on the safe side in case we also had an issue on a connector here. So pretty amazing. Sometimes you deal with water intrusion on wire harnesses inside the engine from just driving through a car wash, but yet these harnesses can hold up and withstand being inside of transmission fluid well over 200 degrees for many, many years and miles.